It's Tuesday, the 31st of March, 2020, and that can mean one thing, and one thing only, that it is time, just like it is every single day, just like it is every single weekday, should I say, that it's time for today's The Quiz! With me, it's your host, Edward C. Lewis, and of course, the ever-splendid, the ever-pleasant, today he's wearing a shirt looking wonderful. It's WNL, our quizmaster. How are you today, sir?
I'm absolutely wonderful.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hey, the sun's out. I don't know what it is down in London, but the sun's out up here, and yeah. Birds are singing. A squirrel has been running across my back garden.
In London, it has its sort of like own, just like everything else. Like it's got its own financial bubble, its own economical bubble, its own social bubbles. It also has its own weather. It has its own biosphere. And what they do is they project in sun rays from other countries, and then suck out all the fun and the energy as well. Like they take all of that out of everywhere else and then just go, well, it's okay because London's got it now. London's got all the fun. So yeah, we're good. We're good. There's people outside sunbathing. I can see them in the park. Not supposed to be, but they are. Got a park outside my window, by the way. But you're wonderful. Wonderful is a strong sentiment.
It's what shall I say? Peacefully nice. How's that?
Peacefully nice. Yeah, that's good.
Full of wonder is, yeah, I mean, it could be that I'm just thinking about the answers to the quiz questions,
Good. Do you feel like it's going to be a good quiz today? Do you feel like it's going to be a hard one? Do you feel like it's going to test people's mettle?
I don't think it's hard, and I don't think it's going to test too much metal. It's going to be more the ones you miss as opposed to the ones you get, I think.
It's like jazz. It's the jazz of quiz. It's the questions you miss, not the questions that you get. Just like it's the questions you don't ask. Yeah?
Well, there are quite a few, though.
You know jazz, it's the notes you don't play. That's the joke. I don't have to. The best jokes are the ones that you have to explain. Hello, everybody, by the way. I'm just having a look over here. And I did happen to just notice. Like, I don't know, I'm just casually glancing over here at the side, and I've just casually noticed that Jester D's here, Jack Little's here, Ozric42's here, Dark_Gamer_89 is here, saying donation $1,000. He's saying that. I don't think he is donating $1,000, but I'm happy for him to pretend. And I think everybody should pretend that we've all just donated $1,000. Oh my god, everyone, we just received a $1,000 donation from the Dark Gamer. He says hi, HY. Hi, Dark Gamer 89. He's the generous, the wonderful Dark Gamer 89, spending his or her hard-earned money during these testing times to donate $1,100 in total for our little quiz. By the way, that's not true. That hasn't happened. Just before you get excited, WNL. But it's good to see you all. It's all about the jazz hands. Can you give me your best jazz hands, please, WNL?
I don't think I've ever done a jazz hand before in my life. Is it like that? Yeah?
I think you have. I think I have evidence of you doing it.
You have to have a face with jazz hand. You can't just go.
Go on, no, you're right. You can't do an unenthusiastic jazz hands. Nothing sells jazz hands less than this.
Than a straightforward straight face. You have to have the face.
I guess jazz hand. I suppose if we're doing it, yeah, just really slow like that. At what point does it just become a wave? At what speed?
A wave. I mean, these are waves coming into the shore.
All right. At what point does a wave become a jazz hand? These are all the sorts of questions, and that's also a bit that I'm writing for Seinfeld, for Jerry Seinfeld by as well. At what point does a wave become a jazz hand? You ready? Slow. Wave. Wave, still a wave, still a wave, still a wave. Jazz hands! All of a sudden, the jazz hands happen, and you can't really control it. All right, everybody, here we go. So let's scroll up. You interrupted me. Jack Little, the Honey Thief. I interrupted myself. Jester D, Dark Gamer. We have Phoenix D Fire, Ozric42. You could, and I think it is safe to say, that all of the best ones are here. So thank you very much for turning up. If you haven't been here before, this is the daily quiz. We do this every single weekday. We've done it all throughout the history of time. Ever since the very first baby dinosaur was born, that's when we did the first quiz. And I've got to tell you, the dinosaur didn't do too well. When the dodo went extinct as well, we did a quiz that day. I was a little sad, but you know, made for a good quiz. We had one less quiz entrant, which was the said Dodo. Then, of course, all of those historical events. Pick your favourite historical event, WNL?
My favorite historical event. There's so many. You know, a Berlin Wall coming down sort of sent tingles down my spine.
We did a quiz then. If you remember that quiz, do you remember that day? I think I was 2 years old at the time.
Quizzes, yes, yeah.
Hey, that's in the
throwing up on my shoulder, yeah.
Yeah, and that was the question number 1. Question number 1. We've travelled through time, is what we're trying to say. We're time travelling quiz masters, and we're here today to do another quiz for you. So why don't you tell people at home what the quiz rules are?
Okay, quiz rules are the same as they have been the other days, and we'll go through them very quickly. Basically, I have 10 questions. The subject area was chosen yesterday by the chatters in the chat stream. We've decided today it's going to be on flora. We had one on fauna last week, so it's time to go over to the plant world today. 10 questions. Now, Edward will turn the chat stream off so he can't access you guys, can't see you. I'll still be able to see you, and I'll ask the question, and I'll take your first 3 answers. If we have consensus in those 3 answers, at that point, well, we have your answer. No consensus, it'll just be the first of those 3. Okay? No cheating, no Googling, nothing like that. It just doesn't make success taste good in any way, shape, or form. Okay? As soon as I have your answer, then we'll ask Edward for his answer, and compare the two, and see how the scores hopefully go up in the course of the quiz and who today's winner will be.
Very good, thank you very much. An absolutely excellent summary as always. Did you already say what the quiz was going to be about today?
I did. Flora. It's all about
flora,
the plant world. We've had animals, now we're going over to plants.
Hopefully everyone else was listening and not just me. I was trying to do active listening, but I was obsessed with the idea of doing active listening. Can I just point something out that I'm not actually... This is an exaggerated version of me. I'm not usually this unbearable in normal life. Can you attest to that?
I can attest to that. Yes, definitely. Far more low key. In fact, you have to sort of lean over and wake you up occasionally and say, "Excuse me, you're in this room."
This is my moment. This is where I get to expend and expand energy.
Who needs an exercise regime when you have this?
That's true. We could all do some sit-ups together.
We could, yes, we could.
Sterling work, Commander, says Jack Little. Jack Little also apologises and would like to formally retract the statement that apparently yesterday he referred to you as a salamander. I don't really understand why that is, but it happened. So, there you go.
A salamander. I've been called worse.
Jester D also mentions as well that I should stop touching my face area. This is okay. I mean, within my house, I've washed my hands multiple times today. It is all right when I'm within these walls. Also, did anyone else notice how... I mean, you're going to notice it now, how creased my t-shirt is. It is possibly the most... I'm going for the world record of the most creased t-shirt available. But also, look at this cheeky little guy here. Oh, who's he? He's doing a little thumbs up. You can't see. I'm sorry, WNL. You can't see me, can you? I apologise.
There we go.
Great. It's because he axolotl questions.
I like that.
Axolotl questions. To be fair, that was his typo that I just read out. I will, like Ron Burgundy, just read anything that's written out. Product placement, says the Honey Thief. No, it's just the last t-shirt that I've got from my ironing pile, which of course I haven't been doing. Because who's doing ironing during this time? Who am I supposed to be trying to impress other than you guys? I mean, you guys don't mind if I come in with a little creased shirt, do you?
I love ironing.
Yeah.
My own ironing. Shirt. I have to iron my own shirts. No one else is allowed to. I'm anally retentive in that respect. I wear them. I want to iron them.
Okay. By the way, he says he's anally attentive in that respect, as if that's the only respect that he's anally attentive in. There's a lot. I'm sorry to break this news to you, sir, but I've been your son for 32 years, and there's a few things that you could probably be pulled upon for being anally attentive of. Anyway, talking of that, let's begin with the quiz.
Okay, here we go.
I'm so sorry. I feel like you were supposed to laugh at least at that, and you just looked disappointed.
Well, no. Not in the least. Not in the least. Okay, there are a few things which perhaps I hold close to my heart. figuratively, metaphorically, and all those sort of things.
Yeah.
We need to look at the fact for today, though. I've got a fact here.
Yes,
and
exciting.
Basically, I want to know, how do you beat Donald Trump's Mexican wall? This is not a joke. How do you beat Donald Trump's Mexican wall? You go under it. Okay?
Okay.
In fact, U.S. investigators have uncovered the longest smuggling tunnel ever found on the border with Mexico. His wall goes 3 or 4 feet down, and it does take a little bit to get under and through to the other side. But this goes 70 feet down. Take a wild guess as to how long it is.
70 feet down.
70 feet down.
And how long is it?
How long is the
Are you including the 70 foot down and then the 140 foot? Does it go 70 feet down that way, then 70 feet down that way, up that way?
It does do that, but there's some in between.
Okay, so there's down 70 foot, then probably, I reckon, a mile. Something ridiculous, like a mile-long tunnel, yeah. Because why wouldn't they just do it all the way over there, and then no one's going to look over there in, like, some lovely Mexican grandma's back garden, and just the hole there, like, under a rock, and everyone just goes, yeah, is that right? Mile?
You're not far off. It does start in Tijuana and ends up somewhere near San Diego, out in some fields beyond an industrial estate, and it's about 0.8 of a mile long, 4,309 feet long. Wow. It's got a light rail system, forced air ventilation, drainage, a lift, high voltage cables, and beat the previous record, which was only, I think, 2,900 feet or something like that.
So it's a full-on, like, proper industrialized network type thing.
As the American who discovered it said, I can't believe they have the moxie to do this.
No, I can't believe all right, sorry.
I was trying to do an American accent there, but I fail miserably, I know, because I've been so anglicized.
Do it again for me. Talk to me as if you've just arrived off the boat from Ohio.
From Ohio? Oh, down southwestern Ohio, y'all talk like this.
That's right.
45373 Troy, Ohio. Y'all come back now.
By the way, brings me to one observation before we begin the quiz. And hello, everybody. I'm so sorry. We'll begin the quiz. It's not just us chatting today. But have you watched Tiger King yet?
No, I haven't.
You should watch Tiger King, and this is goes to people. No spoilers in the chat, please, and no spoilers here from me. But it's a really wild documentary that goes to some crazy places, and they are a couple of the main characters in it, and they are characters. Let me tell you, are from Ohio, and their surname is Lewis. So there's a percentage chance that we could be related to these people, and to be honest, I wouldn't put it past them or us.
I'll have to look it up because it's the case.
It's on Netflix.
I have questionable relatives down there, yeah.
Some questionable relatives. I don't think... Do you... Carol, I think her name is? Carol Lewis?
Carol Lewis. But she's actually up in Michigan now.
Okay, so it's not her then.
She's moved to Michigan, yeah.
Wait, do we actually genuinely have a Carol Lewis?
Oh, yes.
Wow. Okay.
Is there a Carol... Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's like the main character in it.
I'll have to watch this, yeah.
I don't think it... all right. Okay, hi everyone. Right, moving on. We'll be interviewed for the next series, it turns out, for Series 2.
Putting that aside,
let's begin with the quiz very quickly.
Time for quiz. Okay, like we said, I'll see. You'll close down the chat stream. I'll see their answers. Then I'll ask you. We'll compare scores and find out who the winners are today. Question number 1, all about flora.
Yeah. By the way, it's lovely to see you all. Thank you all for joining today. There's a big old bunch of you again as usual, and forever grateful. Hopefully, this is a little bit of a space for just some nice casual fun chat. So be nice to each other. Don't cheat. And again, thank you for... You think that we're entertaining you? Well, you're also adding structure to me and my dad's time and giving us a chance to express ourselves in this fun way. Amen. And talk with you. So it's so awesome to have you here. Thank you. Let's get on with this quiz. No more less nattering away from me. But good luck. I say good luck, but today is my day. And hello, Kay. How are you doing, Dr. K? Good to see you here. Thank you for joining us. Right. There you go.
Here we go. Question number 1. Indigenous to the tropics, this giant, woody, hollow-stemmed grass is one of the world's fastest growing plants.
Ooh. One more time.
Indigenous to the tropics, this giant, woody, hollow-stemmed grass is one of the world's fastest growing plants. I have their answer.
It's got to be that bamboo.
It is that bamboo. Well done. Yes, we make all sorts out of it. Fences, partitions in houses, furniture, you name it.
My coffee
quite
cup.
strong, very quickly growing, yes.
Oh, my toothbrush.
Your toothbrush is bamboo?
I switched all of my bathroom to sustainable bamboo rather than plastic. Because I'm a good boy.
It's extremely sustainable because, yeah, your toothbrush is probably growing as we speak.
I mean, there's certainly something growing in the bottom of the little plastic cup that I keep it in, that's for sure.
That has nothing to do with bamboo. Well, the chat stream, the chatters got it correct as well, so it's one apiece. Nice and even. Question number 2. Number 2. Bit of a multiple guess. In the question, you will get the correct answer and a few wrong ones. You decide. Listen carefully. The stalks, the flowers, or the leaves? Which is the poisonous part of rhubarb?
Ooh.
The stalks, the flowers, or the leaves? Which is the poisonous part of rhubarb? I love a good rhubarb crumble.
Me too, and I love a crumble, full stop. Oh, somebody bake me a crumble and send it to me, please.
I'll tell you later what I had last night. It had nothing to do with crumble, but included some nice fruit. I have their answer.
Can you make a crumble for me and please send it to me in the post? What am I talking about? I can make my own crumble. I'm going to make my own crumble. I'm going to make my own crumble.
Make your own crumble.
Make your own crumble.
Nice and crumbly.
I don't know the answer to this question, and I think it's very difficult, and you've asked us a very difficult question for number 2. For those who have just arrived, it's not always this difficult.
Flowers or leaves?
What, say stalks, flowers, or leaves? It's a guess. It's a one of 3 guess. It's the stalks.
The stalks.
It seems most unusual.
It is most unusual because the stalks are the things that you eat. So it was possibly by the process of elimination the one you should have got rid of.
No.
It's actually the leaves. The leaves are the
poisonous. I felt so good about this. I didn't know. I thought they were the fruit. If you know what I mean. I didn't realize that rhubarb.
We eat the stalk.
Of course,
chop
rhubarb
it up.
comes. Yeah, of course it is.
Your score remains at 1. The chatters are now doubling you.
Boo!
They're 100% ahead of you in points, 2 to 1.
Myself, yeah.
Question number 3.
Yep.
Number 3, simple yes or no. Okay, so 50-50 for this one. I'd like to know, do any plants naturally grow in Antarctica?
Oh, I love this. This is
yes or no?
You know what? These questions have been great so far. Sorry, also, I didn't know the answer to the previous question. What was it?
Previous question, we said it was the leaves.
The leaves, thank you. Okay, this one is, of course, well, I'm waiting for their answer, but the moment you give it, I'm going to do it. You ready?
Yes or no? Do any plants naturally grow? I'm coming. Yes or no? Okay, I have. Right, I have their answer.
Yes.
You're going, yes, they do. Their first 3, they went no, no, and a yes, and then quite a few yeses. Well, no trees or shrubs, but yes, 2 species of flowering plants actually do occur naturally there.
It has to. Life, it wouldn't be able to sustain any sort of environment.
It's very few actually do, because of the harsh temperatures. But you've actually caught back up. It's now 2 points apiece.
Plants, man. Plants they just do whatever they want. They don't care about the environment. Life finds a way, always. We know this. We're nerds. We've watched Jurassic Park.
Well, those things growing in the bottom of your, toothbrush.
my toothbrush pot.
Yeah.
That life found a way there, that's for sure. We have to lock. I haven't been in that room for a couple of days now because it started making some noises, and it'll be a guest on the quiz for next week, I think.
Question number 4. Okay, number 4. It's all tied. 2 points apiece after 3 questions. Question number 4, I want to know, what's the name of the green pigment which is responsible for the absorption of light to provide energy for photosynthesis in plants? All green plants have this. It's the stuff that helps them photosynthesize.
So full question again. Sorry, I know that you're going to do
the name of the green pigment responsible for photosynthesis in plants.
Looking at a plant like that. I've got a plant right here. I've got plants everywhere. I've got a plant dangling down from up there.
I have their answer.
No, I do. I know this. I know this, and this is going to annoy me because because I've caught up and I really need to get this. Oh, come on, dig deep.
Dig deep the gathering gloom, watch lights fade in empty
you carry
rooms.
on doing
Bed-sitter people sit back and lament another day's useless energy spent.
It's very good. What's that from?
Is it Pink Floyd?
I don't know.
No, it's Days of Future Past.
Photosynthesis is the name of it. Pigment is the green thing. Oh, it's going to really annoy me when you say the answer to this. I'm afraid I'm going to have to pass because my brain just isn't engaging in that way today in that space.
Okay, you are falling one behind because they got it. It is chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll, of course.
Chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll. That's such an easy question. Oh.
We have some nice patterns developing here. 1122 on my paper.
In my head,
there, 1223. Sorry.
In my head, it was a T. There was a T, and I don't know why. So I wouldn't have got it anyway. But
T is very nice. We could have included it in this round, but we haven't.
I just okay. I'm actually genuinely upset with myself now. Okay.
Question number 5. Quite simply, what type of fruit is a Worcester Permain? A Worcester Permain. Permain. And of course, Worcester is Worcester, as we Americans would say. Why the British leave the middle out of all those words? I mean, Chumley, Mr. Chumley, or Cholmondeley. I mean, why not give it its full go?
I really like
Leicester Square.
Lieutenant.
Oh, there we shove in extra things like PHs or Fs.
There's no rules. We have no rules in the English language.
I have their answer. They paused on that. They were either thinking or well, I won't accuse them of cheating, but
if they got it right, they're probably cheating because that's a really tough question.
Unless, Worcester Permain. It's a type of fruit.
From the person who got this right, I would like them to answer why they know the answer to this question. I think a Worcester Permain, a pear, just because of the per, but I mean that's. Go on.
Permain, yeah, you would be led that way, and that's what I was hoping you would be led to. And thank you very much. But it's actually an apple.
I was gonna say an apple. My first in my head it went orange. Nah, we don't have oranges like in Worcester. And then it was like, okay, so it's one of those boring greeny things. Apple, pear. Can't possibly be apple. That's too simple. So did they answer?
They answered correctly.
But did they also explain themselves?
Apples are growing in my esteem. I used to hate apples. Not hate apples, but one apple would fill me up too much. Yeah. So I didn't really like to eat apples because I wanted to eat other things as well. A bit of a glutton.
An apple is a harder one to go for. Like a banana, you've got it good. A banana is so good. It's quick. You can peel it. You've got a little handle. You've got a little case for it as well. Whereas an apple's all like, and it gets in your teeth.
Your niece,
and you've got to deal with it.
Your 5-year-old niece hates bananas, or as she says, I don't like bananas. It's a banana. It's a banana, not a banana.
I think you'll find it's a banana.
Banana.
Can we? Did anyone explain Did anyone in the chat who got that right explain how they got it right?
No.
No, I don't think that they did either. And look.
No. Let's keep the acrimonious accusations until later, if and when you do lose. In the meantime, you're behind 4 points to 2 at the halfway stage.
It's not looking good. Yesterday was very close.
Yesterday was very close. 9 points to 8. As close as we've got so far.
So today, I trust you all. I'm only joking. I'm sorry. Right, next question, please. Sorry.
Question number 6, then. Listen carefully. Remember, it's all about plants. This English model and businesswoman, born in Croydon in 1974, was married to Jamie Hintz for 5 years, but is currently stepping out with Nikolai von Bismarck. This English model
I get it. So she has a
born in Croydon in
related...
1974, was married to Jamie Hintz for 5 years, but, well, is currently stepping out with Nikolai von Bismarck. Name her, please.
Who's Jamie Hintz?
It was her Hintz. It was her former husband. I think she was married from 2011 till 2015, something like that.
And she's a businesswoman with a fauna in the name, I'm assuming.
She's primarily known as a model.
And she's clearly got a name that is to do with fauna. I mean, you're refusing
Flora.
To give me this.
Flora.
Flora. Flora
would be the wrong.
Flora. Yeah. That's what I meant. I've enjoyed this quiz, by the way. I think there's some really good questions. I just don't know the answer to them.
I have their answer, sort of, yes.
Yeah. Can't think of any models that have floral names. I'm also not really an expert about models, believe it or not.
Not necessarily floral, but plant-based.
Oh, I'm plant-based. Like, I'm trying to think of the famous models. All right.
1974, that'd make her about 46, something like that.
Yeah, there's the famous ones, the famous main ones. And I just... You know, some days my brain just engages and goes, yep. And then some days my brain's just like, no, you what? You want to go in there and try and have a little... No, you can't go in there because you're too busy thinking about anything else, like the colour of this spotlight, just anything. So I can't do it. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to pass. I can't even think of the name of a model. Cara Delevingne, she was born in the 90s, so it's not her. That's for sure.
Especially as her name has nothing to do with anything.
I don't know, Delevingne could have been. I don't know what that means, to be honest. So
yeah, if you pronounce it Delevingne, then yeah, okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Come on, what's the answer to the question?
I mean, some of them actually put down, well, there were the occasional Twiggy, which is quite nice. Twiggy, get it? That twig?
Nice.
But she's far too much older than this person. This person was actually Kate Moss.
Oh, it would have been so simple and easy.
A small flowerless green plant which lacks true roots. Not comparing it to Kate Moss, but yeah.
Cheeky. Cheeky little answer there. Yeah, no, that was the person in my head, and I just couldn't remember her name at all. That's awful, isn't it?
Moss. Well, you know, we do segue to strangeness sometimes in this quiz.
Well, the thing is, this is what's going to happen every single day. With more of these that we do, you're going to see different moods that both of you and I are in. We're only humans. We can't possibly be 8 out of 10 kind of people every day, right? All right, next question.
Well, no. And today, this was the sort of quiz I felt like setting. Question number 7.
It's a great quiz. It's a great quiz.
Number 7, simple 50-50, the cherry tree. Is it considered a hardwood tree or a softwood tree?
Oh, I should know this. Because in Animal Crossing, which I've been playing recently, you can get cherry trees, and when you chop the wood of the cherry tree, it gives you a specific type of wood. And I think...
before we go any further, I'm being reminded that they got this correct, and I have it down here. Yes, they're ahead 5 points to 2. Okay?
Well done.
It's getting very close. Well,
it's impossible. Basically, they could lose every single one, and I could match them.
No. Three more. Yeah, you could catch up.
Yeah. Have you got their answer for this new question?
I do.
So I'm gonna go for. I'm guessing soft.
You're guessing soft. You should have guessed hard. It's a hardwood. Think of the furniture and tabletops that are made out of cherry.
Animal Crossing, you betrayed me. It's so good though.
You seem to be stuck on 2. Let's see if we can get you off that. Question number 8. Number 8. This tree, when tapped, provides us with a sap that makes a very nice natural syrup. This tree, when tapped, provides us with a sap that makes a very nice natural syrup.
I'm not Googling it. My computer locks automatically.
Hang a bucket there. It comes out as the sap is rising. Wonderful syrup. What's the tree? I have their answer.
The maple tree.
The maple tree is absolutely correct. Well done.
Finally. Are they going to get perfect? Are they going to get 10 out of 10?
No, they missed one. They missed question number 3. It was all about Antarctica.
Yeah.
You know, and whether plants grew. Yeah. It was your one shining moment here, so far.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, question number 9.
Those were the glory days. Question number 2. That was the good times.
Question number 9. Listen carefully. We mentioned musicals the other day, and I admitted that I had never watched The Sound of Music in its entirety from beginning to end, and probably never will.
What?
No, I can definitely say I never will.
Hey, I've got an idea. No. You know this setup that we've got here with the screens, right?
Yes.
I'm going to add a third screen right here in the middle, and I don't know if we're allowed to do it, but what we'll do is we'll shrink us down, and then we'll do a Sound of Music watching party, and we'll sync it up, and we'll watch it with everybody at home as well, and you will watch Sound of Music all the way through with me.
Blindfolded.
No,
Yes.
no need for that, and then you can enjoy it because it's a lovely film.
Well, it wasn't happenstance. It was just one of those things that everybody was watching it, along with something called Love Story, the seagull thing, and not Jonathan Seagull.
You wanted to be on the edge, didn't you? I don't want to do what everyone else likes. You're like an
Exactly.
internet. You're an internet hipster. You're hipsters before hipsters were hipsters.
I mean, other people breathe. Why should I breathe? All that kind of stuff. When I was younger, it was one of those posturing things.
All right.
But you're right. Okay, yeah, we'll have to watch it.
Add it to the list add it to the list of things to do, everybody. We're going to do a watching party together of Sound of Music here one day. All right? And then probably get banned from Twitch for doing so.
Halfway through, and then we'll never see the ending. Okay. Here's the question, and it does have to do with the Sound of Music, okay? Because I have heard things from Sound of Music.
I was literally about to give away the answer to the question.
In the Sound of Music, the song "My Favorite Things" includes Whiskers on Kittens, Bright Copper Kettles, and Warm Woolen Mittens. Which flower also features?
I thought it was going to be Edelweiss. Edelweiss. I really love that song as well. That's a good song. That's what you might call a banger of a tune. It's what all the kids are singing. The latest dance craze is Edelweiss.
A banger tune. We could do Edelweiss with sorry.
What was the thing we did? Edelweiss. Jazz hands. I don't know the answer to this question.
Well, go through. It's actually, I mean, if you think about it, it's the first line. Precedes whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles, and warm woolen mittens. These are a few of my favorite things. I have their answer.
Roses. I don't know.
Roses is correct, yes.
Yes, good.
Raindrops on roses.
Raindrops on roses. Yeah.
Yes, whiskers on kittens, bright copper kettles, and warm woolen mittens. Excellent.
There's no jeopardy in this quiz, is there? There's never any jeopardy that I might win. And so there's never, like, in gaming sort of theory, you've got to keep, like, a sort of level of jeopardy to make keep people interested. They're getting none of this here. So at this point, they're playing against themselves.
You've got to remember that you're up against a team of about 40 people, and you're a single person. When we get their scores to the end, you realize that you've done quite well. It's just that collectively, they're quite good.
Thanks.
Yes.
Thanks, Dad. Always supportive. Also, but I mean, you giveth and taketh away, because you said at the start, well, you're just a single person there on your own, rubbing it in that I live alone. Have you now? I've got a girlfriend. She's just stuck in Norway. All right.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Yeah.
Well, what you could do? No. I shouldn't suggest this. But you could have her join the chat stream from Norway.
Oh,
and
she could answer me in my question. She does work as a nurse, so she does have some important things to be thinking about right now.
Okay, right, sure. I was just thinking, just sort of a little bit of sedition there. Get in there and
so I can accept her answers only.
An incorrect answer, get somebody to repeat it, and hey, you're right.
She could text in her answers, or here's a new fun idea. I could nominate one person from the chat to message me privately, and they could be every time I pick a different person from the chat, or something like that. We'll work on it.
That'd be interesting. Yeah. So you could have that phone a friend.
Yeah. For one question, I could phone a friend. That's fun, and we can actually literally have them appear on the stream. Get like a special guests. Get like a Will Flanagan back from the old CM days. Get like
that's a good idea.
Some live streaming friends. Yeah, this will be good fun. All right, let's do a phone a friend section. It's all very complicated, and we try to keep this as nippy as possible. Anyway, sorry. Let's.
Hey,
We should stop having our sort of our brainstorming sessions after the live streams.
We should have that afterwards. We have one question left, okay? One question left. And at this stage, you're behind 8 points to 4. Well and truly beyond redemption. But, well, a chance to get at least half of them right, okay? Question number 10. It's a literary question. There has to be at least one of those. In To Kill a Mockingbird. Now, any of you out there who are of a certain age, you probably either studied it or had to read it at school. To Kill a Mockingbird, wonderful, wonderful novel. Boo Radley leaves a variety of small gifts for Gem and Scout in the hollow of a tree. Everything from chewing gum to a spelling bee medal. Don't get me going on spelling bees. The question is, what sort of tree was it? Was it a sycamore, a chestnut, or an oak? In To Kill a Mockingbird, Boo Radley leaves a variety of small gifts for Gem and Scout in the hollow of a tree. Everything from chewing gum to a spelling bee medal. Some old coins, all kinds of things. What sort of tree was it? Was it a sycamore, a chestnut, or an oak?
I've never read this, by the way.
I have their answer.
Put out a sequel recently, didn't he?
She did.
Sorry, yeah. Harper Lee. I always get mixed up because of the name
Harper
is non-gendered. Say again?
Yeah. Yeah, it's more or less something. It's actually, yes, it was written before but never published and is set after. I've got a copy of it. I'll send it to you.
Is there another embarrassing question? Is she still alive?
I think she died. Yes.
So this is going to say, like, she put out a sequel. Like, I sound like an idiot. In fact, what I actually said was, he put out a sequel. I really do not feel good about that sentence. Because not only is it factually incorrect, but it's also idiotic, and it's wrong on so many levels. I was incorrect in that, and I'm going to be incorrect in the answer, because I'm going to say sycamore. So just to continue the idea of being wrong entirely.
You're saying sycamore?
Yeah.
Okay. The chatter said chestnut, and of course it was an oak. Yeah, in the Radley oak. It was on the Radley property, and it only stopped giving the gifts when Nathan Radley went out and actually cemented up the hollow. So there we go.
Is it worth reading? Sounds like a silly question.
If you've never read To Kill a Mockingbird, you must. It's virtually 2 novels in one. You have all about the growing up of Gem and Scout with their father Atticus Finch, and then you have also the trial.
That's Finch is from, yeah, of course, yeah.
There's all about the trial, yes.
All right.
Really good.
I'll do it. I'll give it a read.
Do, please.
Yeah, I will.
And the rest of you out there, if you haven't read it, get it read.
Yeah.
It's not because it was on the syllabus. It's no longer on the syllabus. We've removed all sorts of American literature from the English GCSE syllabus, and probably rightly so. But this is one worth reading.
Why? Why so? Why rightly so? That's an interesting comment.
Well, there are other things, and if you're talking about culturally, why not pat yourself on the back? Why not get a hold of some good English? Because there's so much good English literature that's there.
That's true. Yeah. Or like worldwide literature. I wonder if they do like Murakami in schools now and stuff like that.
You can do world literature, American literature, English literature, because they are different literatures. Yeah. European literatures. Well, most of those need to be read in the original, but some of them translate beautiful translations of quite a lot.
I have brought back the chat, and I can see people now. So I'm hoping people didn't. Right, hold on. Can I just see something really quickly here? Did we just get an influx of people that I missed out on? Because, of course, I can't see the chat and I can't see the numbers because I minimised the screen entirely. Did we get an influx of people?
Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Gluon gave us a little ray. Oh, thank you, Dr. Gluon, for sharing the love. What we do here every day, for those who don't know, is we do a little quiz. We start around about midday. This is my dad. I am me. What we do is a quiz. He does the questions. It's you in the chat versus me. I minimise the chat so I can't see it. So I'm so sorry for saying hello. Oh, apparently we have 258 people. And that's 258 people who apparently just witnessed me call Harper Lee a man and then also not realise that she's dead and lose a quiz maybe about 5 to 9 points. Is that right?
8 points to 4.
8 points to 4, so I can't even get that right. But what I can promise you is a lovely time with some lovely people who turn up every day to do, and it sounds like a stupid thing to say, but what we're trying to do is bring a little bit of sort of normality and a little bit of kind of regularity to people's day. So around about midday every single day, come back here, join in the quiz, write down your scores. We're going to have a lot of fun. We've been having a lot of fun. So thank you, everyone. You're all wonderful. Apart from that, it was a magnificent performance, says Jack Little. Thank you all so much. I knew it was the Oak, says Chelb 1967. I'm sure you do. Paul said it's only Tuesday. I had plenty of time, and that's right, plenty of time. So I can probably do better Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday this week, and I'm sure I will. So WNL, should we choose what tomorrow's quiz is all about?
We need to find out what tomorrow's 10 questions will be. Chatters, have you any suggestions?
So that's you, by the way. You are the Chatters.
That's
your nickname. It's okay. Nobody else on Twitch calls people the Chatters, and I really like it. I think that's the way it should be. So we've got some suggestions coming through, please. We've got bananas is one of them, or bananas, as you'd say, you American person. London landmarks. That's an interesting question. The music of the band Tellison. I think I could write a quiz about that, but I'm not sure my dad could. Rhubarb. Biscuits, says Stickster42, but spells it Buzzgoods. Which I like. Buzzgoods, which is good. I'm afraid there's no Biscuit reviews happening. Maybe on a special we'll do a Biscuit review, but there's no Biscuit reviews happening regularly. I would beat you on a quiz about the music of Tellison. The major arcana of the tarot. American versus British food. Freckly Femme says beaches. I'm Nervous Jaybird says famous Norwegians. That's a good one. Hey, Ryan. A quiz on ED Guardian outposts. Very specific. Fastest Thing says Commander Benkai. And Tom Cook says ancient creation myths of the world. Rogers and Hammerstein musicals. Very specific. And so any of these... and Shaneri Ryan says, yeah, by the way, claps Ed's girlfriend for health working. Yes, I completely agree. She's doing a great job out there. It's continuing on like everybody who's a health worker or a service worker or anybody who's still having to work during this time. Like, yeah, it's crazy.
I like Commander Benkai's false facts. I mean, we could do true falsehoods or fossils. Super Bowl adverts are good. I mean, it was £5.5 million per advert for 30 seconds this past year.
Yeah.
I don't know. We did do, well, obviously while you were doing the Biscuit review,
yeah.
We did some on Biscuit. I've got a couple of years ago some rounds on biscuits.
All right.
Would you like to do one on biscuits?
Let's do. I mean, what does the chat say about biscuits? Let's do a quiz
about
biscuits.
We had two people suggest. Well, one person biscuits and one buzzkits. Yeah.
Buzzkits is a different thing to biscuits. Osric says yes, biscuit quiz. All right. Yeah, cool. Says Commander Benka. Yeah, I suppose so. It's a classic, says Paul Archer. Aline says I love biscuits. Biscuits, M curtains, my curtains. Sunflower Dandelion says B-face, which is a Dr. Gluon. By the way, Dr. Gluon, if you don't know Dr. Gluon, is one of my favourite people, if not favourite streamers in the world. So you should go and check out Dr. Gluon. Yeah, good.
I like the name. Very. Is it science-based?
I don't know. Gluon, are you still here? And if you are, like, is your name science-based? Or are you more of a...
Well, it is. We're talking... Well, yes, okay.
I don't know what Gluon is. He says, oh, thanks, man, says Dr. Gluon. So, yeah, he's here. He's going to explain... It is, he says.
Yeah, of course. We're talking about, very small particles.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm glad that you know that. Again, demonstrating that you're the smart one and I'm the silly one. But this is kind of the whole vibe here, is that you do the smarts and I do the sillies. Am I allowed to use my biscuit spreadsheet, Ed? Nope. It's a quark thing, isn't it? Very good. It's also...
And where does the word quark come from?
I don't know.
It was actually coined by James Joyce.
Is that right?
Quarks for Master Mark, yes.
I want to say something before you carry on, just before it disappears in the chat. Dr. K. Ross, who is actually a real physicist, says Gluon is the gauge boson for the strong force.
Excellent, excellent.
What were you saying? Sorry to interrupt.
No, I was just saying a literary reference. You know that the name quark actually came from James Joyce. 3 quarks for Master Mark, I think it was, directly from his last work. Yeah, Finnegan's Wake, I believe.
And this is the kind of quality you can expect from our live stream. So do come back tomorrow at 12. And for now, we are out. It's time for us to return to our normal lives. We'll be back at midday tomorrow to chat with you all. A Biscuit quiz. It's a classic. We're bringing back the Bisquiz. Maybe I'll bring back the old screen. But for now as well, before we leave, just remember that you are all the best ones, and thank you for being here. But also, the screen I'm about to show up, right, it might say starting soon on the screen, but I don't want you to be confused. I just haven't updated the starting screen yet to say, like, you know, the end or whatever it should say. So don't be confused. It's not starting soon. It's actually ending. So thanks, everyone. And yeah. Bye! Thank you, WNL. Bye!
Thank you. Bye.